Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Note to Self. Today, I'm going to be speaking into how you can create very small adjustments in your morning routine that can allow for a completely different feeling for your day. So, I am a strong believer in the morning routine and this being a place where we can really set a powerful energetic precedence for our day. And I've got a personal share today and some ways in which I've refined my schedule and my routine to work better for myself, which has allowed for me to feel overall more balanced, whole, and complete. Before I dive into that though today, I just want to remind you that May Magic is open. This is where you fill out the form below with your coaching intentions, the level of coaching support that would be perfect for you and your budget, and I get back to you with a personalized coaching plan. I had 2 sessions today with clients who had entered into May Magic, and both these sessions were full of breakthroughs because when you feel like there is something at the forefront for you to work through and you dive into the coaching journey, big shifts happen quickly. So that is your little nudge to fill out the form, and I will get back to you within 72 hours with a personalized coaching package just for you. And I cannot wait to work with you. So as of lately, as I've been sharing on this podcast, I have been navigating the grief journey after losing my brother in February. And that's been full of levels and layers, and there's been different aspects of my routine that have been especially supportive, such as yin yoga, such as meditation, and waking up early. And lately, I've felt a lot more energy inside of me to commit to more for myself, to establish a new level of balance for myself. And what has come to mind is that the morning routine always being this place that I put my pillars down, I set my foundation for the day, that small adjustments there can actually create a world of difference. So I had been desiring to feel more strength in my body. And for me personally, Pilates is the exercise that I feel resonates the most with my body and my energy, especially reformer Pilates. It is how I feel very strong. And sitting here right now, having a few different, very small muscle groups feel a bit of that tension around healing, like they're strengthening. I know how well this works with my body. So I had the desire to feel more strength. So I signed up for a Pilates studio that isn't too far from where I'm living right now in Mexico City. And just in the past 2 days of incorporating that into my morning routine, it has made a world of difference. So I share that example to show you the pathway of recognizing what would serve me more, what feeling am I looking to integrate more into my life? And for me, it was strength. I had more energy. I was ready to focus more on myself in ways, and I recognized strength. That's what I'm looking for. So I took the action to incorporate more strength into my routine. And what's beautiful about being my own boss in ways is that I get to control my own schedule. So I've built out a schedule that works for me where I wake up early, I meditate, I journal, and then I go to either Pilates or yoga, and I come home, I get ready, and then I start my day with abundant coaching calls with clients that I absolutely love. And I just feel so good in my routine. And that is because I've set myself up for success in the morning, to be able to feel tuned in and connected to myself and to God, the universe in ways, right? By spending quiet, intimate time in the morning with that intention. I also meditate, and this is a beautiful way for me to set an energetic precedent for the day, tuning into my heart. I specifically do Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations, all sorts of different ones I've purchased from his website. I highly recommend them if you are a fan of Dr. Joe and his work. Basically, his work is about conditioning, about releasing the past and conditioning a new future. So being the version of you in meditation that you are becoming. So every day I start my day with that type of meditation that is connecting me with my future self, and it feels very empowering. So already waking up in the morning, I'm setting the tone for who I am becoming, a better version of Zoe. And specifically, tuning into the heart and creating that heart-brain coherence allows for a certain level of trust and magnetism for good experiences. And that's what I've personally been experiencing. After that, or sometimes before, I will journal. I will do morning pages, 3 pages of just stream of consciousness writing. And this helps me to connect thoughts, allow my intuition to flow through. And in that way, too, I feel more connected to myself and to God, source, universe, because I'm just allowing things to flow. I'm just cleaning up energy. I'm just clearing narratives. I'm setting intentions. Whatever wants to flow through, I just let it flow through. And in that way, I feel like I'm truly honoring what my mind needs, what my consciousness needs in the morning. And after that, by heading out to move my body, I'm shifting energy. I'm actively becoming that next version of myself. And specifically, I shared the example of Pilates. Sometimes I do yoga and I prefer yin yoga. And that's a way that I feel like I connect more with my spiritual side. I could definitely drop into a deeply meditative space when I'm doing yin yoga, and that feels very insightful. That practice in itself has helped me clear some of the heavier emotions around grief. So I want to ask you while you're listening to this episode, what do you want more of in your life? Maybe it is presence. Maybe it is love. Maybe it is affection. And these are all things that you can give to yourself. And I had a coaching session with my coach today, and we dove a little bit deeper into my morning routine. And I created a couple little tweaks that I know will go a long way. And it might sound simple, but they're actually huge shifts because they start to create more of the energy of which I desire. So I decided that, waking up in the morning, I want to make this a bit more joyful or exciting. I want to feel excited to get out of bed. I'm excited to go to Pilates always, but I have not been feeling lately, I should say, excited to get out of bed. I felt a little bit tired, a little bit groggy. And so with my coach, I just decided to tune into what are a couple little things that I could do that would have the morning feel more organized and more energized. And for me, that is picking out my Pilates or yoga outfit the night before and setting that out. A very simple action, but one that allows me to feel like I'm on top of it. And that's, again, happening in the morning when my brain is being primed for the day. So to feel organized and on top of it, that's going to go a long way. And another thing is putting out the tea that I would like to drink the next morning, like picking out my favorite mug and putting the tea bag there and setting that up for myself. Very simple action. But what this action will provide for me moving forward is that my past self is taking care of my future self. Zoe the night before took care of Zoe in the morning. And then it feels like this fun little ritual. I get to make my tea. I get to sit there and drink it while I journal and then meditate. And so as you can see, these are very simple things, and it can be simple. This is what I want to remind you of. It can be easy. It can be simple. The hardest part is just recognizing that something needs to shift. I need to tweak something. I need to refine perhaps my morning routine in a way, or my evening routine. And I truly believe that, the discomfort of being in the unknown is the most challenging part. And what I mean by that is, like, before you get to the place of recognizing the awareness that something is off, or that you're feeling a bit lost, or you're not feeling balanced, that's the hardest part. Once you know that, you can ask yourself, okay, well, if I'm feeling this certain way, what feeling do I want to feel more of in my life? And what actions start to facilitate that feeling? Allow that feeling to come through and expand. So, I hope this episode prompted you to create a shift in your morning routine or even your evening routine. Just do the thing that you need. Do the thing for you. Choose yourself first. Choose to refine your routine, set yourself up for success, invite more joy in, or just simply set a new structure or flow. And I promise you this will go a long way. I can tell you that I consistently over time revisit my morning routine, adjust it. It looks very different than it's looked like before in the past. It looks very different than it looked a year ago. But you're the creator of your reality. You're the architect of your dream life, and it starts with your habits and routines, especially in the morning. As I've mentioned a couple times in this episode, it sets an energetic precedent for your day. So I hope that you dig in to the feelings that you're desiring to feel more of and make them happen for yourself. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.